the bearing, direction of movement, and heading is where the ship is pointed?
In English, yeah, but it may
Language barrier.
yeah, it may get lost in translation. Has got lost in translation.
I'm going to step out for a minute. You guys are okay here until the ship gets closer?
Yeah, we'll let you know when we're scraping paint off the lay vessel.
All right, sounds good.
I might need to step out for a minute too. Let's try and keep the delta right around 15, Danny.
Coming up 5 meters. I'll stop 2640.
Roger.
Is that our cable left to the left of us?
I don't know.
Probably not.
No.
It's light years away. I'm just staying. I'm watching the nav screen.
Oh yeah, because the ship was sailing like this and we were over here.
You can turn off your auto heading. Let's keep an eye on the, we should be tail to tail the whole time. And keep the delta about 15.
Yep, I've got 15 right now. And look, we drew a whale.
What's that?
I said we drew a whale.
Nice.
Tail fin.
It's a whale of embarrassment.
Yeah.
Come down a couple meters for me.
Hey, Dan.
Yes, sir.
If we were to do a pre-touchdown inspection of the mud mat, what height would you think is appropriate?
Fly all the way up the cable to the mud mat if you want.
Yeah, so how high off bottom should the mud mat be hanging?
Oh,
Doesn't really
comfortably,
matter.
comfortably, as long as we have DVL. So, I don't know, 50 meters?
50.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a beacon on this one too, so we can use that while we're closer.
Roger. I think Herc's got one stronger thruster than the other. It just, I was pulling as hard as I could, and it wants to go west. I don't know why. You want to click in your auto head at 135, Danny?
135, gotcha.
Still don't have the whole mess moving nicely. What'd you get there?
120 meters,
No, what bearing?
I would say. With ATA,
Not that it matters, because he's going that way.
yeah, 334.
Roger. I should know, because I have it right there in big purple letters. I really wanted Herc's speed overground and course overground there, but can't get it out of that primitive software.
Yeah. It would definitely be useful.
Yeah, who cares about Latin long? It's like, why is it even on the screen?
Yeah.
In 50 decimal places.
Twice.
Twice, yeah.
For anyone that's just tuning into the live stream, we are currently at Cascadia Basin, which is ONC's deepest site on our Neptune Observatory. We are laying a 3-kilometer long cable that connects from our Cascadia node to our west side site. And we are heading over to the mud mat that is deployed from the cable innovator, ship that we are working with for this operation. So currently we are just traversing through the abyssal plain over to the newest mud mat that's being dropped.
Okay, this is killing me. Come up, Danny. Come up
And
50
listening
meters.
to some good tunes on the way. Thanks, Anna.
Thanks, Anna, for providing the music.
I like this. I don't know if I pronounce it right, but Krangben? I like them a lot, so I'm into it.
We're going to go tail to tail and just give her. I don't know
Okay.
why. I'm
You're
struggling
muted,
here.
Danny.
Oh, nice. I like Monster
Oh.
Island.
So you want 50 meters off bottom or 50 meters from where we were?
You can come up 50 meters off bottom.
Okay.
Tell Oreo he can, if he can increase the speed to 1 knot.
Copy. Bridge nav. Hey Oriole, if you are capable, you can increase your speed up to 1 knot.
Yeah, that's fine.
That's fine with us, yeah. Thanks.
Bearing doesn't matter, Oreo. We're going to come up 50 meters off the seabed and go tail to tail. We just want to get about 450 meters off the stern of the lay vessel as fast as you can go. Yeah, you can drag a couple ROVs around to get there. Just gonna zoom in on me for a minute. I'm going to go, I'm just going to stay below.
Atlanta's rocking like a rocking horse.
You're going to want to spin your, why don't you spin whatever to take that half a wrap out.
Got 1.4 681 wraps.
Yeah, it's at this depth, not even noise level.
There we go, there's 0.
Roger. For the back row or anyone listening, we've come off the seabed. We're going to come up to that 50 meters that we're going to meet the mudman at, and giving her, as we say, full beans. So
Full beans.
Cool.
we've
Thanks,
told
Dan.
the bridge they can do whatever they need to do to get from point A to point B as fast as they can. So when we do 1 knot, we go tail to tail, similar to how we do when we launch and recover Hercules and Atalanta. So basically, Atalanta will just drag Hercules through the water column.
Full beans to the mud mat.
Full beans to the mud mat.
Full beans. Yeah.
To our viewer who's wondering about seeing the sea floor during this dive, we will be able to see the sea floor during this dive, but we are currently just transiting over to the mud mat that was just deployed. I shouldn't say just, that was deployed by the cable innovator.
Jake, if you're listening, come on up.
Hey Dan, can I ask you a question from a viewer?
Sure.
How long did it take for you to be trained for, how long did it take for you to get trained to be a pilot for Hercules?
I've been operating Hercules since 2018, and I'm still learning.
Still learning?
Learned something tonight.
Yeah. Oh, and Anna, would you mind throwing up the video of the cable innovator on the quad view if it's still available? Thank you. How long have you been in the industry, Dan? You can choose not to answer.
I've been doing this for a while.
Yeah, long enough for a fan club to be formed for all of the viewers.
What's that?
You've been doing this long enough for you to have a fan club.
I appreciate the fan club. Okay, I'm auto depth and auto heading, so I should maintain 0 delta. And we'll watch those cameras there and just make sure that the vehicles stay tail to tail, 50 meters off the seabed. And Oriole should come screaming up to the back of the lay vessel, slam the brakes on, and then we should then drift in. So
Should I take off auto heading or just let it do its thing?
once we actually start moving, we're yet to start moving, so we're 200 meters now, 250 meters behind the ship, but we haven't gone anywhere yet.
Yeah.
So in this water depth, it's, yeah, pretty common to have a couple hundred meters, as you know.
Got a whole lot of surface area to swim through.
Yeah.
Yeah, no worries.
It's funny
Getting,
how a 681 cable takes so long to push through the water.
Yeah. It's a big surface area. If you do the math, you
Yeah.
gotta, what Danny's referring to, the diameter of our umbilical between Nautilus and
1.
Atalanta is,
Maybe 1.2 inches is a square inch, so you add however many meters of cable we have out, that's a whole lot of surface area.
I usually like to say, to answer the viewer's question, I usually like to say that flying Hercules is the easy part, but that's usually at least once per watch there's some aspect of flying Hercules that is challenging or overwhelming, even though I've been doing this for a while. But it's still the easy part of this job. The hard part is keeping it in the water. So when we come on deck, it's like a pit stop, like a NASCAR or a race car pit stop. And we have a short amount of time to do maintenance and any repairs that we need to effect on the vehicle, and then get back into the race. And it's really easy to, you know, if we don't tighten all the lug nuts on the race car wheel, it falls off while we're going around the corner. And then we're out of the race.
Do you guys have a name for the workshop that Hercules is in when you guys are doing maintenance?
Yeah, it's, so Hercules has kind of like a garage. We call it the ROV hangar. But a lot of times it just, it sits right on the deck where it lands. It has a skid that slides in and out of the hangar on some tracks. There's a big hydraulic gear that turns a chain and slides the whole sled in and out. But a lot of times it just lands right there on the deck, and like the other night, in the middle of the night, we were changing out one of the thrusters on the vehicle, just on the back deck there.
Yeah, it's really, really, really cool being able to watch you guys do it so quickly before the next dive.
Dan, do you need me right now?
No,
Okay.
Well,
I gotta do a bio break.
I do too, so you're fine.
I'll send Jacob when I see him.
Yeah,
How long do you think it'll take for us to get to our target?
that's a question for Johan. Way above my pay grade.
Probably a little less than an hour,
Okay.
or maybe more like 35, 40 minutes if we're stopping 400 meters short of our target.
Yeah, we'll have the, I don't know, how long ago did we start moving?
Some time ago.
I still haven't seen Hercules and Atalanta move. Are we tied to the seabed or something? What's going on here?
Is the location of the EV Nautilus broadcasted on the Nautilus Live website?
It is indeed.
Okay. I just have a viewer asking why they can't see the location of the ship. They found Cascadia Basin but did not see the ship.
Yeah, it's right on the, as far as I know, it's right on the homepage. Right on Nautilus Live.
Yeah, let's take a look here.
I'm going to turn it over to Jake for a minute. Oh, I can go for a bio break.
And for all of our viewers, this is a predicted to be about a 36-hour dive. We're just over 24 hours now in total, but we did recover the vehicle earlier today or yesterday. And this operation, laying the 3-kilometer-long cable, requires 2 ships. We call this a dual ship operation. Right now it's too dark for us to show you where the cable innovator is, but we are working with the cable innovator to drop
We're getting really bad pings.
a mud mat, which is the anchor points for this cable.
Yeah.
And Atalanta's just dragging Hercules? Is that what we're doing? Yeah. All right.
Yep.
And for the viewer who's asking about seeing the EV Nautilus on the map, I'm just taking a look right now, and you are correct. EV Nautilus doesn't look like it's popping up on the map, so I will let the appropriate person know. If you're curious about what infrastructure Ocean Networks Canada has here, you can go on the oceannetworks.ca/multimedia/maps, and you will be able to see all of the infrastructure that we are servicing during this expedition. Our webmaster just messaged saying that we are doing some troubleshooting on the website map, so thanks for your patience as we get that sorted. And thanks, Todd, for the message. Hey, front row.
Uh-huh. Yep.
What sea creatures would you guys be if you had to choose?
What sea creature? What was that second part of that?
What sea creatures would you guys like to be if you had a choice?
I would say a Greenland shark,
Ooh, why?
Ooh.
because they live pretty long and they get to they always get seen by subs, and they're always like seeing cool things down in the deep.
Oh, so you want to be old and see cool things.
Yeah.
I like it.
They're pretty cool looking.
Yeah. Johan, what about you?
I'd probably go more like the octopus route. Just, I don't know, cool.
It'd be
Keep your
cool to like,
Lots of appendages to move around.
yeah, to experience senses in a different way than we understand.
Yeah,
Also very
Neurons in
smart.
our arms.
it'd be great at hide and seek.
So great. Yeah, being able to change colors and textures of your skin and shape of your body. Crawl through like basically anything.
What about you, Steph?
Steph?
It's late. It's
Yeah.
early.
I don't know. A sleeping a sleeping animal?
A sleeping animal? Fair.
No, I don't know. I was thinking octopus too, actually. They're so cool.
Yeah.
Just be fun to have that many arms.
What about you, Anna?
I know it's cliche, but it just seems like dolphins have so much fun. Like jumping out of the water looks like the best thing ever.
Yeah.
Bow riding, like, I don't know, sometimes when I'm surfing and I see dolphins, it's just the best thing ever. And I just want to be them.
Yeah.
Like, I just wish I could move through the water that fast and gracefully.
I think I'm gonna go with like a seal.
Seal, oh, wait, seal or sea lion?
Seal.
Okay, why?
They're really cute in the water.
They're really cute in the water. There's this guy I have to show you on Instagram in La Jolla, and he goes and free dives, and he's like, the seals recognize him, and they'll come up to him and like mess with him and play with his fins and stuff. And he's like, this is Esmeralda, and she's a mother, yay! And like, I don't know, it's really cute.
That's cute.
Yeah. But sea lions can move so fast. I guess maybe I just want to move fast in the water. It'd also be very cool to be a whale and like have that just majesty of existence. Jake, do you ever miss thinking about whales?
I always think about whales.
You always think, why didn't you say you wanted to be a whale then?
Well, I'd also like to be a whale. But
But like a super ager whale?
a super ninja whale? What?
Super ager whale.
Ager.
Yeah, because like you said, you wanted to be a Greenland shark because they're really old and they see cool things in the deep.
What's your favorite whale, Jake?
A beluga whale.
Oh.
Do you know the Baby Beluga song?
God damn.
No.
He does, he just doesn't want to sing it on stream.
But it's stuck in my head now.
It's a good song.
No, it's not.
It was like, I think the first song that I learned as a kid, that I can remember learning as a kid, was Baby
Oh.
Beluga.
I mean, that's cute. That's
Yeah.
a cute image in my brain. So, okay. What do you like about belugas, Jake?
They have like this weird looking head. but it's really cool. It's really cool. They can adjust the shape of their head. It's like this bulbous mass.
Yeah.
And it's basically like a transducer head. Like they can adjust it, and it like adjusts the sound of their communications and the frequency, and it's really cool.
Did you ever see Finding Dory?
I actually have not seen Finding
There's
Dory.
a beluga in that one.
Really?
And she has like a cool like when you described that, I just thought of that. And kudos to the Finding Dory team for communicating that science so well. Because yeah, that's awesome. Man, what would be the coolest animal sense to have?
Ooh, mantis shrimps.
Their eyes?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always think about it. I think about mantis shrimps way too often. Remember when that Roman Empire meme was swinging around social media?
A little bit.
Yeah, it's like, what's your Roman Empire? Meaning, like, what do you think about
Oh, yeah, yeah,
disproportionately a lot?
yeah. Uh-huh.
It was mantis shrimps for me.
Oh. Hmm.
I think they're really cool.
Yeah. Is that what animal you'd want to be? Wait, did you say already, or
I
did you
said I
not?
was going to be a seal.
Oh, yeah,
But
seal, sorry.
honestly, anything.
What if you could be like a seal with mantis shrimp eyes?
That'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
That'd be pretty sick.
Yeah. Yeah, can we mix and match?
This is yet another sharktopus.
Ooh, yeah, like how cool would it be to be a dolphin, but with like octopus skin and neurons all over my body? But then I would be really sensitive, like maybe too sensitive.
I feel like you'll adapt.
Yeah, that's
The
true.
best of nature adapts really well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh man, it'd be so fun to move fast in the water.
I mean, we're full beansing it right
Yeah.
now, so we are moving pretty fast.
The ROV is. I just want to swim like a dolphin. Or like, how fun would it be to breach like a whale? I mean, like that looks like it takes a lot of power though. It's so impressive. I'm always just like, wow, great job, whales. That's a real display of strength and power.
What's your favorite part of the job, Jake?
Uh,
You cannot say sleeping. Sleeping has been the default answer for so many things.
I like the fact that every time I come out on this boat, I learn a bunch of new stuff and tackle problems I've never dealt with before, and there's just always new like technology and new operations and just different problems to like troubleshoot and stuff. Most of the time, things I've never done before, so it's a lot of fun.
Have you worked on a dual ship operation like this before?
Never, no, not a dual ship, no, never.
I know ONC was trying to like get this cable out here for a while. I'm pretty stoked that at the same time as being pretty stoked to be here to witness this, I'm also like, wow, I'm learning how tedious and how intensive this operation is.
You guys, I just want to give a shout out to our friend Emily Jones. She's listening right now, and she said that my want to be a free marine mammal is so beautiful. But she says she's like always on Nautilus Live, and that's just the sweetest. I'm so honored that she cares and that she listens.
If anyone was tuning in to the trip before NA-161, the Shakedown expedition, Emily was the science communication fellow sitting in the seat that I currently am. So hello, Emily. Miss you.
Yeah.
Got a viewer from Scotland saying they would love to be a manta ray and just majestically sweep through the oceans.
Oh,
So
I love
that's beautiful.
that. That is beautiful. They can, wait, I know that mobulas can jump out of the water.
I know nothing about rays, manta rays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to swim with them.
I think you're just really craving swimming.
I love swimming. I can't believe AJ doesn't like swimming.
He's not here to defend himself, so
That's
we can't talk.
I mean, and I do think that he was talking more about like chlorine pool swimming, but I don't know. I still like that kind of swimming, not as much as ocean swimming. Being like swimming in the ocean is like one of my favorite things in my life.
Something freeing about it.
Yep.
I say that knowing full well I will just drown.
Oh yeah, no, you go. You're learning though, you said.
I am learning. It's not great.
Oh, no, it is great because you're empowering yourself each lesson you take.
Aw.
Yeah.
Anna.
I'm excited for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Jake or Johan, can you guys share with us what you're monitoring as we're transiting over or as we're heading towards the mud mat?
Sure. So we're looking at a couple things. Over here on my right, I have a screen where I'm watching the ship's heading, the ship's speed, and some of the weather conditions affecting us. In the center, I have a screen looking at all those things related to the ship, but then also the vehicle's positions relative to the ship and kind of a larger picture of that with where we're going. And then we also have a screen that's a little more zoomed in and focused on the vehicles. In addition to that, we have a few cameras that are looking at how the tether is between Herc and Atalanta, and we're making sure that that path is pretty clear. We have information about our depths and our altitudes and our relative depth between the two vehicles. And we're making sure those all stay within the expected and safe ranges. And then we have a few sonars that we're also peeking at just to make sure that we're not going to come along and bonk anything, although it's pretty clear at this altitude.
Johan, what was the first navigation experience you ever had?
Well, first formal was last year aboard this ship. I did a cruise as a navigator. But if you mean kind of just like any kind of little less formal kind of stuff.
Whatever you want to share.
Okay. Well, my lab at the University of Rhode Island has a little ROV vehicle, and we do a lot of work off of small ships out of Bermuda, because you can get to deep water pretty close to the shoreline, which makes it really useful for testing a lot of equipment. But yeah, just being aboard that and kind of, yeah, driving the vehicle around and focusing on where we are and looking at all those sensors and all that kind of stuff.
That's
It's
really
probably
cool.
my first formal experience.
Nice. Did you run into anything, or were you successful?
We were pretty successful.
Glad
Yeah.
to hear it. So was it that moment when you knew that navigation was in your future?
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautiful.
It was actually well before that.
Oh.
I knew kind of from day one.
Day one? You were
Wow.
birthed and you're like, I'm a navigator. We're going this way.
Came out of the womb pointing north.
Yeah, I've always had a sixth sense for direction.
Wow. Like a homing pigeon.
I got lost in the city I lived for like 10 years. So
Oh,
I lived in
no.
for 10 years, yeah.
Oh.
I'm the opposite of a navigator.
Oh. That's okay. It takes all kinds, you
Yeah.
go.
Thank you. I have other skills.
Yeah, you do.
Vehicles are there, and the ship's all the way over there.
Jake, have you and Johan ever gone out on an expedition together with URI?
Yes, actually. We went on the URI's research vessel, the Endeavour, 2 years ago, I think now. 2 years ago, yeah, working on, his lab was involved with some work, and my lab was involved with a vehicle we work on, so we kind of were on a similar project, and we're just both out there at the same time. But first time on Nautilus together.
Oh, nice. So on the Endeavour, what were you doing? And because you said his lab was working on some stuff, but what were you doing?
His lab was in charge of this instrument called the Machnis, which is like a towed net array that trawls the mid-water column at like precise segments, so you can see what like different layers it consists of with like different organisms.
Cool.
That's so cool.
And then my lab was using this autonomous vehicle, semi-autonomous towed vehicle that goes off the back of the ship, off the A-frame, and has these wings. And the wings, when the wings point down, the vehicle will go down, and then when the wing angle tilts up, it'll come back up to the surface. So it does this like zigzag up and down, being towed from the back of the ship, collects environmental data. So you get these interesting profiles to the mid-water column. There's a big push to study the mid-water column because not a lot of research has been done to fully understand what goes on there, and it's the biggest biomass on this planet is in the mid-water column.
Yeah, I've heard that.
Yeah.
What interests you about midwater?
I don't know. There's a lot of interesting like dynamics going on with. I'm not really a biologist, but I don't know anything really about the biology. But it's pretty interesting, like how many different factors are at play with like the diurnal migrations and all the different species and food chains going on, and you have everything from massive whales to tiny microscopic plankton, and so it's pretty intriguing.
Definitely. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
Feel free to share more.
We're just coming up to shift change soon.
Yeah, that's kind of why I was like, I might need to wrap it up for my own questions.
It's almost 4 a.m. Pacific time right now.
Yeah.
No yawning on SPL. It's contagious.
Jake, what was your involvement with this autonomous vehicle that you guys were using?
I was really out there just to help with the vehicle operations. I had my advisor at the time had called out of the cruise, and so 2 days before they were supposed to go out, he called me and asked if I could go out and help.
Whoa.
So I kind of hopped on with no experience with the system and just, helped with operations and deploying the vehicle, recovering it, processing data, that sort of thing.
That's pretty impressive that you just jumped in and, took control.
Yeah, it's very well laid out, and there's some pretty good instructions, and there was some engineers on there who had worked with the system to help me, so it was pretty quick learning curve, and it wasn't that bad.
Nice.
And with doing ROV work before, a lot of it's translates very well. So
Yeah.
it's most of the time when you're coming out as a contractor on an ROV, things have changed, and it's not the same as it was the year prior, and so you have to kind of learn on the fly.
Yeah. Have you ever thought about like AUV contracting, or you're more interested in ROVs?
I've done a little bit of work with ASV, autonomous surface vehicles, and I like looking into some of the AUV work, and but I haven't had much experience with it.
Yeah. ROVs, I think, are, you can I like that you can go slower and see what's going on with the powerful cameras and stuff. But of course, yeah, like all of the different vehicles have such different uses, so yeah.
And as we're coming up to shift change, I just want to share what we're doing on this expedition. We are currently at Cascadia Basin, which is the deepest observatory site along ONC's Neptune Observatory. And we are here to lay a 3-kilometer long cable between the Cascadia node and a site called 1020, I don't remember actually. It's the west site at the Cascadia Basin. And this operation requires 2 ships, so a dual ship operation. So we have cable innovator out laying the cable and dropping the mud mats, which are the anchors for either end of the cable here. This is a very long dive. This whole operation is expected to be about 36 hours or so. And we are currently piloting the ROV towards the second mud mat that's been dropped.
Lynette, are you on
Cindy?
SPL? Oh, sorry.
Oh, sorry. Does anyone have a note of what time we came off the seabed?
Yeah, I do. One sec. 10:28 UTC, so I think it was like 3:30 almost.
Roger. Thank you. I rounded
Now,
her down.
how far are we from the target mud mat deployment location?
Stand by.
Thanks.
So it looks like the ship is about 840 meters, but the vehicles are quite a bit behind that.
Yeah, I'm just wondering how much is left on the ship move.
We're not there yet.
Yeah, thanks, Dan.
That's all you need to know. Nor will we be for a while. I did go up and talk to Martina. Gave her the lowdown. She's going to stop about 450 meters off the stern. Is that still a valid number?
Yeah, and Matt on the other ship says they're just very slowly going back
Yeah, I told her that too.
to lower the mud mat and not pull too much on the cable. So it's not a very quantitative answer, but I guess
Don't pull too much.
I guess our bridge will have a fix on their position.
Yeah, they've got the
Ready to
radar
go.
set. Radar set to stop 450
Yeah,
meters
and I guess Dan, it's really up to you. Like our goal is to get a visual survey of the mud mat, and so it's up to you and
Yeah,
the
100%.
bridge to sort of determine what a safe standoff position is to let Atalanta swing, and to then go hunt for that floating mud mat.
I'm not too bothered. If we swing in too close, we'll just come up.
Okay, so I'm happy to let you and the bridge decide how to arrange this next part.
Roger, thanks. I just got sidetracked. I was seeing a red low voltage alarm. Turn off the downlights. Fly around in the dark. You're up to speed on what we're doing, Lynette?
Good morning, folks. How are we all doing?
Morning, Monica. Doing well.
Good morning, Monica.
Good morning.
Morning.
Doing well?
I'm going to try and turn off the auto heads, Jake.
Okay.
Now, I see we're transiting, and my phone has helpfully given me an alert for Hawaii. How far are we transiting?
I'm going to turn off
Not that
altitude
far.
2.
Okay.
We've changed
think we
course
need-
completely.
We're between our two Cascadia
right.
sites, between the
keep an eye on the
Cascadia
delta.
node and the IP.
I don't know if we'll
So we're on
float
the
up.
cable A path.
Thank you.
In theory, it should not, but it might. I don't know what this. I turned the Z bias off, so it might try to float up. Where are you going?
What?
Where are you going?
Oh, you said you wanted to float up.
No,
Oh,
no. Just watch your, sorry, watch your delta, because we're all dead stick on both vehicles. So.
Yep.
Might have to just give it a touchdown once in a while. Instead of working thrusters for the next hour for no particular reason. It's fine if Herc's below it. Maybe it's my turn for blue. What do you think?
maybe.
Yeah, some small amount of Z bias makes more sense. Shouldn't need much. It shouldn't be able to float that rapidly, but we're pretty light, I guess. Eh? Hey, I got it first try.
Mud mat is 80 meters off bottom.
80 meters
Roger
off
that.
bottom.
Coming
And
up to
it's-
80.
And it's approximately 200 meters southeast of its target landing zone.
Herc is at
Uh,
80.
yeah, we're going to lose DVO. Are you all right with that, Lynette? Roger. Coming up. Oh, we're already there.
Yeah, right there.
Roger. Hey, we planned for the future once. Roger.
Nav, I'm just asking the cable ship if we can ping the beacon that's on the wire for a minute, and that way we'll have a nav mark that we can then use to reference everything.
Okay,
They are checking, so please don't ping yet.
roger.
Ping it, ping it, ping it.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Dan, I think I just got myself a new ringtone.
The ping ring tone.
Mm-hmm.
Why do we run this? Why?
I don't know.
Logging data or some mumbo jumbo. I don't like it. It's too much. It's killing my eyeballs. I don't want to see it. I want a stream deck there. Got mine mounted on a RAM mount in my room. You see the full-on pincher?
I think you sent that in the chat earlier.
No, I just put a zoomed-in one there.
Secondary control van.
Totally.
Yeah. Oh my god.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 monitors in my room now.
You won't have to leave your room pretty soon. Just
I don't have to. If I didn't have to come up here.
fly the thing from down there.
Totally. I don't think anyone got it. Your comment?
No.
I got it. Roger.
Okay, we're about 450 meters from the cable ship now and stopping the ship.
Okay. We can't ping the beacon because they're using it for depth as they do their final lower, but they'll give us the lat long so we can mark the coordinates and
Roger.
make our way towards it.
Okay.
So stand by for that.
So it's funny, Herc and Atalanta still have 1, 2, 3, 400 meters to go. That's up there in the record books, 400 meter layback, isn't it?
It's a lot.
All right, Lynette, I've got a nav point for you here.
All right, stand by. Okay, I'm
It's
ready
going to
for that.
be in degrees, minutes. I hope that's okay. It's 47 degrees north, 45.63485 minutes.
45 decimal
634
634
85
85.
minutes.
Roger.
And 127 degrees,
Mm-hmm.
45.39189 minutes.
39189.
Yeah,
Roger.
and the depth is 2567.5.
Roger. Thank you.
Good morning. I have you on 450 meters ahead of me, so I will stop here. Okay, we're still moving back slowly towards you. We'll let you know when we're stopped.
What do you call those that you just got? And they're short for coordinates, lat long, that's it. Through LL, would you get that?
Fix. Nav fix.
Are we still using lat longs, or are we using UTMs, or what are we using?
Not long.
Lat longs.
Although UTMs would be pretty helpful.
What are UTMs?
They're sort of a geographic system that uses meters and zones. So once you know what zone you're in, then you know how many meters you are from the, I guess, like the lower left corner of the zone.
Wouldn't it be cool if we used the same unit everywhere?
Yeah, like it's hard to make sense of lat and long, like their numbers. When you plug them into a software, you get a dot, but I can't figure out what it means by looking at the number. Whereas UTM, it's in meters, so it's tangible.
I see.
Universal tram, blah, blah, blah. After that, I lose it.
I'm a big fan of the
Transmercator?
URH.
The what?
The URH.
What's that?
You are here.
It's just a big X.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, thanks, Dan.
Total bad
On a
joke.
log, the temp is just completely bad.
What's that?
On the log that the temp probe is just completely bad.
Why did you say that?
It's reading minus 15 degrees.
What's the CTD say?
2.
Ooh, fail.
Yeah, it's been getting worse.
Epic. We know that? I saw a note in the log there.
Yeah.
With some other...
But at the beginning of the watch, it was at least reading like 0.
What's that? I can barely hear you. Let me turn you up.
At the beginning of the watch, it was at least reading 0.
Right.
No, it's...
I don't know what I've done with the red book.
We'll need that working before we go back to Endeavour. I think we still have a lot of gas tights to take.
You should take that up with the manufacturer.
I thought you made it.
No. thought I brought it back. I don't know what I did with it. I think I threw it in the trash can in disgust. We get a depth on that mud mat when you get a chance, AJ?
I got 2567.5. That's what he just gave me.
Oh,
Yeah, and that's
okay.
right on the mud mat.
256 something.
2567.
Let's bring Herc up to 2560.
Does that seem correct?
I don't know. I want to be above it. It would help when you get a chance to put that on the nav screen for us.
Roger. 532.
Lynette, is that approximately 200 meters short? Yeah, 257 I see there.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's, yeah, that's good.
Is that expected?
Yes.
Okay.
Video. Can't hear you. It is not particularly important. Nope. No. Oh, loud and clear. Clear as day. What I was curious about is we're enjoying all this lovely blue.
That's a good one there, Jake. You can hold 2550.
Hold on, bud. Could you give us a different color? And I mean that when you're doing your white balance, you're able to correct colors and change things. If the mood were to take you, could you give us, I don't know, purple? Fuchsia?
I could. I'm not supposed to, but
Oh, no, I granted, yeah, there's what we can do and what we should do. But I was just genuinely curious.
I could make it more purple.
Ooh.
What do we say it was? 2567?
I'm not feeling particularly purple this morning. I was just curious.
You're looking for depth? 2567.
Roger. $250 meters to go. don't I format the whole column? Google Sheets. They're just
How far can Herc swing Atalanta at this depth? Or pull Atalanta?
I don't know, 100 meters.
So we'll want to be 100 meters off the mud map position.
No, we're gonna be right there.
The cable ship's going to be right there.
It's not straight above it.
That's true.
It's 400 meters away. They gotta have some. They gotta have some standoff, otherwise your cable would be coiling on the seabed.
Yeah, that's true.
Trying to wind me up, AJ?
Oh, I actually have the cable innovator position from this screenshot.
More importantly, how do I format column in Google Sheets?
What are you trying to do?
Format the column.
What?
More column actions. Right now it's randomized.
Like you want to order it?
No, I just want to make the time the same.
I couldn't find this the other day either. I was looking for it.
Oh, it must be under the Format tab.
Time.
Lynette, would you like a marker for the cable innovator position? Is that helpful?
We've got to change something every day.
Um,
The AM
sure.
is redundant.
All right, so again, it's in decimal minutes here. And they are backing up slowly, but it'll give us a little bit of a idea.
Okay.
So it's 47 degrees and then 45 decimal 73779.
73779.
Yep, minutes north.
Roger.
And then 127 degrees, 45 decimal 51961 minutes west.
Roger.
Can you zoom in on HIPAC a little? So is that the mud map position you just put in?
Yes.
What's wrong with that picture? You're putting the lay vessel position in now, are you?
Yeah.
Yeah, we need the stern and Nautilus over the mud map.
So I see we had a note in the chat about no yawning in the control room. Highly illegal, which I'm a fan of. But we have also had a question, how much sleep are we getting these days? And I think that's a bit of a varied answer. Some of us are working 12
Not
hours
enough.
on. Yes, not enough. Thank you, Steph. Yep.
That's probably universally true.
Yep. But some of us are working what we call a watch, which is 4 hours on, 4 hours off. So you get 2 8-hour blocks, and some of us have a...
It's 4 hours on, 8 hours off.
What did I say?
You said 4 on, 4 off.
Oh, it does go by fast.
Can we go ahead and move Nautilus over there?
Stand by.
So most people on that shift take a long nap and then a short nap. Got some folks on a 12-hour, and they do 12 hours on, then they get 12 hours off. And so they take just one long sleep. And then we got some folks that we call them floaters. And we wake them up when we need them. So they might be sleeping or they might be awake. Thanks for your question.
Are you converting on the fly, Lynette?
Sure am.
Oh my, just shoot me now. I can see why you...
Lynette, did you just do that in your head?
Absolutely.
Wow.
No. I I did not do
She's
that.
got a
Latlongcalculator.com.
scientific calculator over there.
I mean, I used a calculator.
So where does that put the lay vessel?
In the mess.
Up there in the blue box? Roger. So we want the stern of Nautilus right over the mud mat,
Okay.
which is should be 400, in theory 400 some meters away from the lay vessel.
Do we want to move directly west and approach it from the south?
Nope. Put it A to B, quick as we can. Huh. Talk about perfect timing.
Excellent.
Go ahead, Bridge. Roger. Okay. I think we want to move Nautilus over the mud mat position that we have up in high pack. I can give you a range and bearing for that.
What is it? Oh, nice.
Yeah,
More Rutherford
I have
model?
about 325 meters, 280. Okay. Okay, thank you. Roger.
Can you turn the bridge down a little on my intercom? It's just full of something in vinegar at this point. She's very loud. I've got her turned down to, or it says NA when I try and turn her down. Maybe
yeah, I can try and adjust those levels.
Is she loud for you too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, she always rocks it. She's very well spoken. Or very, yeah. She used to keeping a bunch of
Okay.
roughneck ABs in line.
They're checking now with the innovator just to make sure that we can get that close.
I think she's also checking all of her instruments up there. Radar. What kind of sound does a radar make? Anyone? Come on.
Sure, Monica can take a crack at it.
What sound does a radar make?
Yeah, let's hear it.
Oh. Oh. No?
Yeah, I think you're probably onto something.
Let me see.
I feel like it would be like a pitch change. It would be like an extreme Doppler effect.
You got enough beans to come around now? Click in auto headings and get our duckies in a row? Or do we gotta wait?
I speak at a pretty low register. I don't think I could get a Doppler change. All right, Steph. I'm throwing you the torch. Give us your
I am not going to try this.
Oh, come on, Steph.
Steph, decline.
Decline. AJ, what would your radar sound like?
Moving ahead now, I'm doing 50 meters step on heading 280. Okay, that's fine with us. We'll just alter our heading slightly to 4 there.
Did she say 250?
280.
280. Woohoo! We're cooking with gas now, people.
I think my attempt at a sonar sound would be a high-pitched shrill.
You led me astray.
Do we get to hear it?
It would be like...
There you go.
Megan picked a good time to walk in.
She's not on comms yet, thankfully.
Oh.
You just missed my attempt at a sonar noise.
It's that time of the morning.
No, you missed it. You'll have to go on C2.
Hold on, I'm taking a shot. Yep. We'll get that as a highlight video.
What do you get there, Lynette? I can't make it out. 400 and change?
Distance to the cable ship,
Yeah, from the mud
about 250 meters.
250, that is contrary to the last information I received.
From the mud mat. Are you talking from us?
Yeah, they were supposed to be 400 something from the mud mat. But I guess that's late breaking news.
I think we stopped like 400 from them.
Yeah, that was because we're supposed to be 400 from the mud mat. That's where that number come from. That came from 12 to 4. Can we ping it yet, AJ? AJ's not listening.
He's just prepping Megan.
Is he off the comms?
Yes, he is, yep. Do you want him back?
No, I'll just turn around. Trying to get you some USBL action on it so you don't have to worry about missing that decimal place. That could be it in Herc sonar.
Hercs.
Could be a wire behind it. I doubt it. What are your boxes up there? Those are 100 meter boxes?
Lynette, we can start pinging that beacon.
That's Atalanta. I think that's Atalanta.
Oh, it is, it is,
Yeah.
it is.
That's beacon 3007.
Sorry, say again, we can ping that
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
Okay.
we've been given permission to ping.
Roger.
Thank you, AJ, and thank you, Lynette. It'll make us feel more better. You can't get around yet, eh?
Almost.
We got pulled off the wire.
I know.
And I got tail to tail, and I couldn't.
Yeah.
It took me it seemed like forever.
Go ahead, Bridge. Roger. Okay. Thank you.
it's likely we're going to make some adjustments once you ping that beacon.
It's pinging now. You can see it in NavG.
Ah. I missed all that. And you did not miss any decimal places. Nicely done.
Thanks. Go ahead, Bridge. Roger, thank you.
You have a current depth on it?
Yep, stand by. I have 2603.
Thank you. 2063. Burn that in your brain, Jake.
2063, roger.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's all right. He knows where he is. Getting drug. You need a new Ranger computer? Is that what you're saying? Tell him to quit surfing those dodgy porn sites on the Ranger computer. Ooh, did you make it? You made it around? And back around.
Not much.
What? Lie to you? I was looking at some of the, just talking about soccer with Ed and Mark before. It's a hot topic. Ed Mason. Oh, he's in the DAC team. He was on the East Coast for quite a while, but he's back now. And he's English.
Ah, you silly thing.
Sorry? I will. Yeah. England plays tomorrow, so that's what we were talking about.
That was quick.
Oh.
There's a lot going on in that line. Pinging the mudbat, moving Nautilus, Hercules moving. At least the winch is not moving. We got one thing static. Oh, I should have put your altitude. How about just northwest?
Just so you know, so the mud mat now is at 2,600 meters, so it's 20 meters below Herc.
2, 5, 6, 5. I have the latest information. I just put in my logbook that we're pinging the mudbat at 2,063 meters of seawater, and Herc is moving ahead of Atalanta at 2,565. Something's wrong with that number. I wrote something wrong. What'd you say the depth was?
The depth of the beacon is 2,603.
Dyslexia strikes 2,603. That looks better. meters below us, Nate.
20 meters below Herc.
20 meters below Herc, perfect. course of around 288. So I'm going to adjust Atlanta's heading to 288.
288.
You should run out in front of it. What's your, with our 20 meter offset in our compass is enough to really get us in trouble here. But you'll have to wing it from the nav screen. Maybe Lynette can zoom in a little on there for us. Thank you. We're trying to keep Hercules between the mud mat and Atalanta. Keep all those ducks in a row.
Are you wanting to keep Nautilus on the east side of the target?
No, I want to put the stern Nautilus right over that mud mat. Because what's going to happen is they're going to lay it down, and it will probably, it may or may not run away from us up the line to the northwest rapidly. So I want to have as much in the bank as possible.
What do you mean run to the northwest?
So right now I need a piece of string. How about a mouse? So the mud mat's here, and the lay vessel's a couple hundred meters here, and then there's cable coming down here. So the whole thing is, you know, going through the water column at some angle. So when they start laying down, it will go, as they start moving ahead and paying out, it will go away rapidly. So for us to chase it and stay on it, it's either going to be painfully slow and we'll have no problem, but if they do tend to, at the very end, because they're, all they got to do is pay out to lay it down, it'll get away from us, and we won't be able to stay on it. So the closer we are, the better. So if we're right over it, we can move forward, because we have our swing to deal with, right? So it takes quite a while. It takes longer for us to swing than it does the mud mat, because it's heavy and it goes down right away. Absolutely. Mega concern. Yeah, we don't want to get tangled up in it. But no, because the best place, ideally we would be sneaking up the line behind it. So say this is touchdown and the mud mat's here somewhere. The whole thing is going like this. So ideally we would have been following touchdown or the cable in the mud, and then we would come up the cable like this. So we would be Herc in front of Atalanta, but we're coming in at an angle like this. So but we're not coming in, excuse me, we're not coming in totally sideways, so about half as comfortable as I normally would be, but we're above it right now. So as long as we're above it, we should be fine. But yeah, I don't know what the slant angle of it is. You could do that trick quick. I could tell you exactly what the angle is. You're a math wizard. You should be able to figure that out. You know the depth of the mud mat, you know the base and the offset. But we will probably stop Nautilus up. We should get a sonar target on it before we get there. On the cable? Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't have to do the math. It's only a couple degrees here. You're right. So it's more like this. Yeah. It doesn't matter. We have to get on the mud bank. So whether we're off the side or the south. Two degrees, right? It's probably, what, 2 or 3 degrees angle? But yeah, we'll be right close to the cable. If we're touching, we're too close. What'd you say it was, Lynette? It's, how far is the lay vessel? 200 meters? From the mud mat to the lay vessel? Let's just say it's 200. It's going to be a scary steep angle. What are we? We're 2,500. Jake's already got it figured out in his head, don't you, Jake? Yeah, less than that, actually. You want to be really scared? Yeah, for 200, it's 4.5 degrees. But it has to do this, right?
Yeah, it's not really a triangle. It's a catenary.
There is a catenary, as they say on the cable innovator.
But still, it's probably very, very minimal.
It looks like she is headed a bit south of it. She definitely doesn't want to be north of it. She's basically moving west, so at the moment I think we're good.
Perfect.
But yeah, you are correct. It's why I'm watching on 2 screens here. Ooh, look at you. You did a rubber band. Or is that you with a mouse? Did you just put a rubber band on from the mud mat to the vehicles? That's really crazy. We can't do rubber bands in this. You can in Quincy. That's going to be a really neat feature if we were doing more work like this. Usually you have a rubber band on from something to something, so you always know the range of bearing. It's getting updated constantly. You don't got to keep mousing over. And what's that? Can you zoom in a bit on iPad? Never mind. Never mind. No, you're fine. You're fine. If you want to adjust her to be a little bit south, 20 meters south, that'd be fine. Or 50 meters, if that makes you feel better. Sure. I was just going to approach simply from this angle because, and just stop her up a little short. That would be is same, because they're anxious to get there on the mud mat. The lay vessel's waiting for us. And it's, like you say, straight up and down, so it doesn't matter which angle we come in at. How about we just stop her up a little short, and we'll wait for Atalanta to swing in, which we have to do anyways. That would take less time, because if we come south, then we got to go north. That work for you? That was my kind of general plan. Once we get it on sonar, which in theory we should get it. Atalanta should start seeing it 100 meters out. I would hope. Also, we plan to drop down a little closer. We're 50 meters above it now. We kind of treat the mud mat as we would a wall or any other structure we're approaching, so we'll stop up a little early, let Atalanta and Hercules swing in and get everything in a less dynamic situation.
Weird.
Good morning for anybody who's joining us on this quiet morning. We are currently still working on the Cascadia cable lay. And we got lots of blue as we stay up above the mud.
Nav, do we have a distance between Herc and the mud mat position?
Herc and mud mat. Sure. About 200 meters.
Or 2 white squares on the nav screen. Or 1 big square on the high pack, which look like 200 meter boxes, is that right? 200 meter grid?
I don't think so. I don't know. These are. Yeah, I guess they're about 200.
Yeah, we're 100 meter grid on the ROV nav at the moment. Or you should have given it to them in ship lengths. We're about 3 Nautiluses away. Maybe 4.
The next question we'd ask is, how long is Nautilus again?
I can't remember. It's 12 meters longer than it was a couple of years ago.
I know this one. I know this one. What's your guess?
68 meters.
68 meters.
Wow. Hang on.
Now here's the challenge. How big's the cable innervator?
98.
Nope.
It's
Try again.
140 something.
Yeah, 145.
I think it's 145 and a half. Let's check here.
The depth of that thing's still static at
2603.
Is that correct, Lynette? It's holding at 2,600 meters?
Yep.
Okay.
Roger.
Dan doesn't trust me
I
to
don't,
read
I
the
don't
sonar
trust.
9 screen.
I don't trust. Trust but verify. Trust but verify. I used to know the slant range of the mesotech. No, I can't remember. 20 degrees, 30 degrees, something like that.
What time did you get to bed, Nico?
Too much trigonometry this early in the morning. It's killing me.
That sucks. Did I see you last night? Oh, okay. Yeah.
For those of you who are hanging on my every word, it is 145.5 meters.
You just got to get eyes on this mud mat. That was the most optimistic thing you've ever said.
You're on SPL.
Oh.
Whatever happened to good old F1? Come on. It's not here anymore. Isn't F1 supposed to be help?
Dan, what are you using to follow the cable right now?
The force.
You know what? That's a great answer because that's how it looks.
Yeah, it's totally what's happening. Lynette's pinging it with a USBO.
I see.
And we may or may not have a target on the sonar. I've just increased the gain to ludicrous levels. But that could be a random ping.
Okay, that ship move is finishing up. I still have you at about 160 meters from the mud mat.
Roger, that must be a just noise.
Phantom ping.
Phantom noise.
Is it possible that it's a fish or biology?
It's
One of them's probably Hercules, but
Pardon me?
it's just we get yeah, it's possible. It's also possible it's noise.
Right, a noise just being an echo that bounces back kind of randomly.
Yeah, it could be the echo from the USBL. It could be a fish fart.
Yeah, they do that actually.
They do.
Yep. Pacific herring happen to be my favorite flatulent fish.
Really?
Yeah, they communicate by blowing air out of their backside in order to stay together as a family group.
Wow.
And apparently, I'm just killing AJ over here. But yes, I've heard that analogy very frequently from many students. That sounds just like my family.
Yeah, I try to communicate with my partner often.
Through flatulence.
Flatulence, but she's never impressed. It's usually a communication that she is about to leave the room.
Ah, I see, yes. Well, you know, I think on the Nautilus we should definitely stick to SPL instead of SP smell. Hey, oh, good morning.
Nice one.
Thank you, thank you.
We'll be here all morning,
Yep,
folks.
I'll be here all week.
I did get a hint, but it doesn't align with the stars.
And
It's getting closer. I'm gonna crank that up a bit, see what happens.
and good morning to the lovely red deer as well. How long do we anticipate this mission will last?
Forever.
That's how long we've been doing it. I want to know how long it's going to last.
It'll seem like forever.
Well, once we're in position and we get a visual of the mud mat, they'll then lower it, release it, and then we can begin collecting our beacons. So it's definitely going to be at least a few hours, maybe 4 or 5 more hours before we start to recover the subs.
Very cool.
Transit back to the start of the cable lay.
Neato, neato.
Yeah.
You got a target there on Atalanta.
Ooh, I hope not. If we do, it's going to be bad. It can't be. It's not a target. It is,
40 meters away.
if it is, we're in trouble. Keep a weather eye out. I don't see it
Sure
on.
it's not Hercules?
I don't see it on. It's got to be Herc. It's got to be Herc. 40 meters away? Are you 40 meters away? It's just a ghost of Herc?
Probably just a ghost.
Yeah, I'm going to call it a ghost and move on. So I would see it in one of our other 20 sonars we have up here. What's the range at the moment on Tritech? 20 meters?
20 meters.
And is it in medium or in
It's in high resolution.
Good. We want full resolution.
Oh, there's ultra.
Is there ultra? Yeah. Slow it down a bit. That's better. You're going to